I'm almost embarrassed to shoot this video, having to shoot with this lens. We're shooting on the Canon R50V, and in this video, I want to just compare some lenses. Because if you're like me, when you bought this camera, it was a brick, right? For months, this camera was nothing more than a brick because of the kit lens that it came with. Now, I get people yelling at me in the comments, nothing wrong with that. You're taking it personally. Please don't do that. I'm trying to help you up your game on the cheap. This is the 14-30 f4 to f6.3. You know, it's nothing to write home about, and I'm about to show you a much better option in a lens. This is the Sigma 16mm f1.4. And this lens, because it's been out for so long, it's been out for 9 years, which is why you can find this lens anywhere. Marketplace, eBay, and when you buy it used, you're going to pay $200 to $250. That's it. Brand new, this lens cost almost $500. Now, people will say to me, Bo, why are you still talking about the 16mm f1.4 when Sigma's already put out an update, a better lens, the 15mm f1.4? And you're right, except because that lens is so new, you're going to pay full price for that lens. You're not going to be able to find a used one anywhere. This thing is everywhere. And you're going to get the same look out of this lens as you would the newer 15mm f1.4. The only thing that makes the newer one better is because it's smaller and lighter. That's it. So again, we're shooting at f4 on the 14-30. I've got the original R50 over here shooting on its kit lens, the 18-45. Please don't get me started on this lens. Now let's do some math. If you were to buy the Canon R50V with the kit lens as a kit, you're going to pay $800. But if you bought just the body alone, you're going to pay less than $600. Then $200 for this thing, you're getting basically the same price as you would be buying the kit, but you're getting a much better lens that puts a lot of light onto your sensor. So please don't fall for that whole kit thing. People will say, well, they're giving you a free lens. Why do you think they're doing that? They're a for-profit company. It's because the lens is crap, but they're going to squeeze another $150 out of you because you bought the kit. Now, on the R50V, my ISO is set to 400. I'm shooting at 24 frames a second, 1/50 shutter, as I do with both of these cameras. White balance. In here, I'm going to shoot auto white balance because I have controlled lighting, right? I've got the Amaran 200D over here. I've got one of those Mount Dog lights over here, which I still have to do a video on these lights because for a young, broke kid or an older creator that's on a tight budget, these are the best lights for the money. You get 2 of them. They're bicolor, so you can cool the look down, you can warm it up. Comes with a remote control, and you get 2 for less than $100. And the only difference between that Mount Dog light and my Amaran 200D, the Amaran I'm going to be shooting at 10 to 15%. The Mount Dog I'm going to be shooting at about 90%, but that's the only difference. Both lights are 5500 Kelvin, so you're getting the same look, the same quality light, but man, I got to do a video on those lights. Now, let me show you why I preach about this lens so much on my channel. If you look at my channel, almost, in fact, every video is shot with this lens. Let's swap out that kit lens for this Sigma, and I'll show you why I make such a big deal out of this lens. You ready? I mean, come on. The difference is bananas. Absolute bananas. And because of that lens, that's why I plan on getting all the Sigma lenses, right? The 32-ish, the 56, the 24. And because I've done videos on the Canon RF 10-18, people will say, well, Bo, you're always bragging on Sigma. Why didn't you get the Sigma 10-18? That's a good point. Because none of the Sigma lenses are stabilized. Sometimes you do want to be outdoors vlogging with the camera pointed at you and you're walking. You have to have a stabilized lens. Even on top of the stabilization on the lens, I still have to use the digital stabilization, which I can do on the Canon R50 and the R50V. I'm not afraid to use the digital stab, even though all the gurus will tell you not to do that. It looks fine. But the Sigma 16mm is even way better than the Canon 16mm f2.8. Again, please don't take it personally. I'm not dogging on you. I'm trying to help you up your game. And of course the lens is better than that lens. It also costs twice as much. But like I say, you can get this lens online just about anywhere. The newer 15mm, good luck finding a used copy. I won't buy used camera bodies because then you got to account for the shutter count and all that. But lenses, I'll buy used lenses any day of the week because the lens is the investment. That's why lenses are so expensive, because they will last you a lifetime. The bodies, they come and go every 2 to 4 years. So don't be afraid to buy a used lens. Now, of course, you want to check it out, make sure there's no scratches on the front or the rear element. But once you nail that down, you're going to get a great lens at a great price. So for the same price that you could buy the Canon R50V or the Canon R50, both of them, the kits, no, don't do that. For the same price, you're going to get a much better lens. And in the end, that means your output, the actual videos that you're going to upload to YouTube or TikTok or whatever you're on, are going to look so much better. You're going to be able to squeeze every drop of juice out of these cameras. These cameras have a lot of juice, right? They both shoot beautiful 4K video. They both shoot beautiful photography. But you're not squeezing every drop of juice out of these cameras that you can if you're using the kit lens. This one, the Canon R50 with the kit lens, the 18 to 45. I had to zoom in just a little bit, and so even zooming in a little, I'm already at f6.3. I mean, come on, Canon. What the hell? Hey, look at me. Did you get any value out of this video? Because if you did, could you do an old guy a solid? Hit the like button. I sure would appreciate it. And if you want to learn more about the Canon R50, the R50V, lenses for either one of those cameras, or the Osmo Pocket 3, check out my channel, subscribe to the channel. My entire channel is based around all those things. Or you could watch this video right here and learn more about the R50 or the R50V, okay? My name is Bo, and I gotta go. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And if I may, before I leave, subscribe, like, comment, share. I appreciate it. See you next time. Take care.